Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing well. Welcome. We're going to be diving into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. But first and foremost, I just want to talk about things in terms of the game. Obviously, the latest ban list has been announced. What do I think of it? I don't think it's that great personally. Has it hit anything major? No. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Just turn my monitor off. But for the main part, we are here for the tier 1 deck list that I've managed to achieve for the first time ever. First time I ever achieved master tier was actually back when tier limits was at full power when I was running branded. I still dabble in branded occasionally. Adding to that, I managed to get to master rank 3 with Tenpai, but to finish it off we managed to play through with Blue Eyes. I'll go over a few duels that occurred towards the end of the thing. The end of our journey, should I say, and then I'll go through the deck build for you all. Here we go. Obviously, as you know, MALISS is pretty crazy. I forgot to change the overlay, but it's fine. MALISS is pretty disgusting in terms of obviously the plays, the combos and stuff. And if you don't have an out, like Imperm, Ash, Maxi, obviously Maxi's great for it, but realistically, every time I played up against MALISS, they had Called by the Grave with the Dormouse. But yeah, taking that into account, most of the duels ended on turn 2. Like for a whole run, turn 2, turn 2, turn 2, turn 3, turn 3, turn 2, turn 2, turn 1. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous. But we'll start from obviously this duel against 76, it's 76. This is the opponent's. Okay, no, actually, never mind. He surrendered on that one. I just want to see. Sprite absolutely popped off. That deck's disgusting. I won't really go into much detail. I just want to see what decks the opponents were running. I say we've got MALISS here. I'm not quite sure, so we're going to go get the first player. But the deck's crazy. Like MALISS, every time you think you get off a nib, and I was trying to test different hand traps and different plays. Like, would this work? Would that work? How would this work? Is this beneficial? Does this work in the way I would like it to work? Is Imperm and Dominus as good? I would say no. Dominus Purge is not good against it because Dominus Purge adds. Dominus Impulse, on the other hand, is great. When I was running it with Tenpai, it was great disruption for preventing the MALISS card from being banished to come back to the field. Adding to that, Drill Beam. Beryl Drill Beam. This is annoying when you get hit with the triple tactics talent. And this was always the case when I was playing against MALISS, where if I had Maxi, or if I eventually added Fool Loss just to have an extra backup card so Fool Loss could bait out the call buy and then I'm going to Maxi, or even obviously just I needed stuff to bait shit out. I've got an ice cream in my hand, that's why I'm not eating it. But yeah. So every time I was playing, I thought, right, okay, I can Ash Blossom here, or I can do this, or I can do that. It got disrupted. So you could have ran Crossout Designator, but realistically, it doesn't benefit in your turn. Lancia only benefits in your turn. So when it comes to your opponent's turn, if you've seen MALISS, you know how it pops off and cooks. To be honest, most of this is going to be talking about MALISS because it does go crazy. So you got the Wishes, we dropped the Majesty. And most of the occasions of my duels, I was pulling all the one-offs, like Imperm. Imperm I had at 2, Raw I had at 1, Mausoleum at 1. Then we had Wishes as well, which is fine, but Majesty was at 1 as well. But yeah, they ended up surrendering. I don't know why is my game lagging? What the fuck? Honestly, why is it whenever I come to record an important video, my computer has the most fucking brain-dead moment? Literally. So that's bugging out like crazy. Nothing going on with it. And I'm just like, mate, I'm trying to make content here. Let me do my job. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah. Then we went up against Happy as well, which was yet again another MALISS player. The problem with MALISS as well is the fact you've got combos for days. You know, you've got Imperm to be able to negate your monster. You've got Call By. They've got Crossout. They've got a Lure to banish Dormouse. Dormouse Special Summon. Dormouse Trigger. If they don't need a Lure, they've got Gold Sarcophagus. If they haven't got Gold Sarcophagus, they've got themselves MALISS and Underground. If they haven't got MALISS and Underground, they can trigger the effect of obviously, where are you? This, if they've got it in hand as well. So if this card is in hand, you can banish one of the MALISS card from your hand and graveyard, which is another Dormouse play. And if Dormouse is even in the graveyard, you can play Magnum and Druis. There's so many banish plays. It's insane. You know, Dominus Impulse to be able to negate. They don't run Imperm, Nibiru, which is quite surprising. But I think the big issue with this is obviously, yes, these can crack on. They can combo off. They're great. This is disgusting. This is vile. Basically, what they do is put this into graveyard to bring out access code, trigger the access code to banish the Cryptor. The Cryptor special summons and doubles its attack. Disgusting. But yeah, then you have an access code beat over you along with a fucking Cryptor. Lancia, look, I run Lancia at 3, yeah? And I swear to you right now, it's ridiculous. Like, I ran Maxi at 2, Ash at 3, Veiler at 3, I think. I had Imperm at 2, Dominus Purge at 2, and I would occasionally not see a fucking single hand trap. Alright, here we go. So, trigger the Lancia, nice, call by the grave. Every single fucking time, I swear to you. And the worst part is I didn't even have another card, no Maxi, no Ash, nothing to be able to play it off, to be able to bait out the call by. Bam, Lancia negated, here we go. Obviously, this trap card is absolute disgust. TB11, yeah? Or TB2, however you want to know, it's TB11. But it looks like 2 there. If your opponent controls 3 or more cards, there it is. If your opponent controls 3 or more cards, you special more Malice Link monster from your extra deck. Instead, for the rest of his turn, that summoned monster cannot attack a new player. You just use it as link material and then trigger the effect to banish. It's normally an access code play. But then you got Lizardos. Lizardos banish the Dormouse. Target the Dormouse to change its attack. Special summon the Dormouse. Nibiru. This is where it gets crazy because this deck still... They always have the fucking Bestial. They always have the Cool Buy. Honestly, the amount of banishment cards they have is insane. There we go. Banish the White Rabbit. Trigger the Magnamut. Trigger off that. Special banish the Trap card. Link Decoder comes out into SP Little Knight. Normally they're going to Splash Mage. But yeah. Banish the Nibiru. I was thinking, right, how do I play this? The Magnamut's now got the Druid Swarm. That's already a banish. So if my Blue Eyes say bye-bye, we're fucked. You got SP to be able to banish on field. I was like, let's see. Can we play around this? Let's see what we work with. Draw. Maxi. Shock. Mine's always a little too fucking late. Into the True Light, into the Beryl. So SP, target Beryl, Maxi to be able to trigger. Druid Swarm triggers on the Maiden. I probably could have used the Maxi after. Once they used the Druids, could have Maxied on the chain after Druids to get more benefit, but it's fine. Then you got Lordy Load, add the Drill Beam, activate the Drill Beam, target the Druid Swarm, because that way I can banish it off field. So that way when it goes to the graveyard, it has to go to the graveyard to remove a card on field. Wishes into Raw, and our self-effect Veiler. Trigger the Raw, special summon the Blue Eyes. Activate Wishes, play into Tyrant. Get the Neo for protection in grave. Proceed to battle phase, destroy the token. Activate, special summon the Blue Eyes, play off into a Heretic Seal. Trigger the Trap card, special summon White Rabbit. We get a draw, they activate, they play the Trap. SP and Beryl come back to field. It's disgusting, it's crazy, honestly. Then they play into Red Ransom. Red Ransom can add a spell card. We got Effect Veiler for the negate. They trigger the Trap to be able to add a Malice and banish the card on field. We trigger off Heretic Seal. They add themselves the field spell and a monster. We trigger Heretic Seal to bring up Beryl. You can run Magnamut in this build. Obviously, it's entirely your decision, but I preferred not to because I thought it's great for banishing, but most of the time, what's the point banishing a Malice card if they're going to benefit off of it? But yeah. You got Dormouse. But don't get me wrong, Magnamut's great if you're playing against Fiendsmith. DD Crow's great if you're playing up against Fiendsmith. They were options I did consider. Trigger the Dormouse, banish Cassie, whatever the fuck it's called, Chessie Cat. Discard a card, banish, special, I say discard a card, banish a card, special, summon Splash Mage, target White Rabbit, play into White Binder. White Binder banishes 3 cards. There goes most of my graveyard. I was like, shit. Trigger the effects, set the Malice Trap. You can activate the Malice Trap as well. Into an access code Talker. I was like, oh great, here we go. Banish, pop, True Light, White Binder, special summon. And then that's it, pretty much game. This is how disgusting this deck is. To be honest, they could have went further beyond and played into Cryptor first, if they wanted to. And then triggered the Cryptor to banish the special summon. But yeah. Alright, what do we got? A Lab Malice. Okay. With Gamma. Okay, let's see what happened in this duel. It's weird because I played them today and I just couldn't remember. But yeah. Well, I'm going to trust after this replay my pizza won't be cremated in the oven. Right, let's go. Right, I thought, alright, this is a cushy hand. We've got Maxi. This is profitable. If this could play through without an Ash or a Call by even of disrupting it, we're golden. Here we go. Maxi. I was just like, oh my god, I've got it to play through. Dormouse. Triggers effect. Adds back to hand. 2 face down. I was like, right, we didn't really get much off of that, but we do have Lancia. The only problem is that the Lancia cannot activate during your turn, so it's a dead card, really. But yeah. Okay, easy win. I'm going to be honest. This wasn't an enjoyable experience. I swear to you right now, it was not. Right. This is the hand I was looking at. I was like, right, I have no disruption here. The only thing we have is a possible drill beam in hand to be able to banish whatever the card on field. The problem with Malice, they can trigger their traps to be able to banish them. So as much as you drill beam target something, they get rid of it. You know, it's the same with Droplet. All right, here we go. I think I went on a good run. I think this is Tenpai. Yeah, I had 2 matches against Tenpai as well. So this was kind of cushy for us. Right, here we go. Play into our Spirit with the Eyes of Blue. Spirit with the Eyes of Blue, add Mausoleum. Activate Mausoleum. Trigger Mausoleum to send Blue Eyes from deck to graveyard. Trigger off Spirit. Spirit special summon Blue Eyes. Set cards face down. Special summon Blue Eye. Play into Heraldic Seal. Okay. The one thing you've got to remember with Drill Beam, you do not need a normal monster on the field. I keep thinking you need like a Blue Eyes or a normal monster. You don't. You just need a like a fucking Primite card in hand. Let's go. Chandra, Drill Beam, Reveal, Banish. Done. Gone. It's very difficult. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm not saying that. Yeah. So this was another Tenpai build as well. I'm not saying that Drill Beam and obviously Primite are the best option. I'm not saying Fiendsmiths is the better option. There is so many different combos and cards you can run. Like, I even considered at one point thinking, right, how can I make this more effective? Do I run Fiendsmith to bait out the Callby, to bait out the Ash? Fiendsmith is kind of like a bait engine. Do we go with that approach? And I was thinking, right, we've got Super Polys. We've always been a big fan of Super Poly. I had to strip my extra deck of a couple of monsters to be able to play Super Poly play. But yeah. Alright. The only thing I had to be cautious of is if we played up against Tenpai again, if they got Sangan Summoning, it's dead. But yeah. Alright. Here we go. I suppose it's not dead unless they get Sangan Tenpai out. But yeah. Into Chicken Game. Chicken Game triggers. Bring up Hydra. We Drill Beam the Hydra. Activate Droplet. I was like, shit, we played Drill Beam too early. We should have waited. We should have waited until like a Chandra came out and then the Chandra attacked and then we Drill Beam or something. Like, but then again, they would have, either way, they would have still Synchro Summoned. It's a difficult one of where to place cards, but we were very fortunate enough to have Super Poly here. The funny thing about this, the dude attacked with his Chandra, but didn't trigger the effect of Special Summon. Lucky enough, with Super Poly in situations like this, you can Super Poly off of the Chandra and the Fadra. So you can basically disrupt it. And the great thing about Super Poly, you cannot interact with it. That's the good thing about it. And then our final match. I ain't gonna lie. This was some sweat shit, man. I was panicking. I was there like, fuck. How am I gonna win this? But honestly, Super Poly is a fucking saving grace. And I swear to God, if they hit Super Poly before anything in Malice, they can kiss my ass. Right, I was thinking, right, we're going first. It could be Tenpai. It could be. I was thinking, ugh. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Fuelos. Ash Blossom. Funny, lucky enough I had an out for it. We bring out the Beryl. We play the Lordy Load. Lordy Load gives us access to the Drill Beam. I was thinking, shit, we need a Drill Beam target. We don't have a Primite card in hand. We need a Blue Eyes on field. So we carried on with the Spirit of Eyes play. And I was thinking, oh, they're going to have Imperm. They're going to have Veiler. There's so many disruptions. And fortunately enough, we managed to play it off. Blue Eyes, special summon the second Blue Eyes. Bring out the Veiler. Off the extra normal summon, played into a Spirit Dragon. I was thinking, right, in this situation, we have the Blue Eyes on field for Drill Beam. We have the Super Poly to discard Lancia. But the problem is, I didn't rush into this because I had to be perfectly calculated that whether or not they were running Malice. If they were running Malice, we Lancia. If they weren't running Malice, we have Super Poly on the back. But we had to be careful. Right, here we go. So we've got Dormouse. They're going to trigger the trap. See my point? See my point? They dodge. They dodge. The only reason I didn't go Lancia first is because... To be honest, I don't know. We could have went Lancia first, then Drill Beamed after. I think it probably would have been a better play. Maybe. because technically we would have negated. Yes, a Lancia Drill Beam probably would have been a better play. Trigger of the Spirit brings out the Ultimate Spirit, brings out Chessie Cat, Dormouse triggers Special Summon, activate Triple Tactics. That drives me insane. When I see that any motherfucker have this in their starting hand, and every time I activate a monster effect, they manage to get it off. Frustrating. This is our promotion match, bearing in mind. Chessie Cat comes out, links into Link Decoder. Trigger the effect, link into transcode specials, well, link decoder special summons off itself, transcode goes for Splash Mage, plays into Terahertz triggers, destroy the Ultimate Spirit's been negated, and punching again to destroy Blue Eyes, and I was just like, right, this is $1 in a dream, no matter what the hell we pick up, we just need them to bring a Malice to the field. It doesn't matter what Malice, we just need a Malice. To be honest, I've never actually looked at their attributes. They're all dark, aren't they? Yeah. I remember the days of running Super Poly against a Kashtira player. My god, that's a fucking nightmare. I was like, shit, we got Nibiru. Great. Wouldn't it look? And the thing is, every time you see Terahertz drops the Save Worm. Every single time. Here we go. Dormouse comes out to Save Worm, triggers Super Poly. Bringing out the Dormouse was the go-to play and the benefit for me. Then the Garura. They knew it was game over because I would have had Beryl. I would have normal summoned the Beryl from the, obviously adding it back because we have a normal monster in the graveyard. And then we could have triggered the Drill Beam to be placed face down. So we would have had literally a negate already. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was a good promotion. We managed to promote. Literally, we're in rating duels now. The first time I've ever been in one. But yeah, what's the highest ranking? Is that it? First place is 1800, but you start on 1500. How many points you get per match then? I will do this. Oh, you want to go over the deck build? My bad. I will do that now. Okay. And then we'll do rating duels another time. So this is the deck build. If you're unsure what the cards are, I'll go through individually. We've got Blue Eyes White Dragon at 2, 3 Effect Veiler, 2 Sage with the Eyes of Blue, 2 Maiden of White, 2 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Fualos, 3 Beryl, 3 Lancia, 1 Nibiru, 3 Wishes for Eyes of Blue, 1 Raw, 1 Mausoleum White, 3 Primite Lordy Load, double Super Poly. You could run Super Poly at 3, but I think it's a bit too much. 1 Drill Beam, 2 Imperm, 2 Dominus Purge, Majesty, True Light. Extra deck, we have Mud Dragon, Garura, Tyrant, Neos Blue Eyes, Blue Eye Spirit Dragon at 2, Lightstorm Dragon at 1, Baron 1, Stardust 1, Crimson Dragon 1, Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon 1, Typhon 1, Spirit with the Eyes of Blue at 2, and then we have Hieratic Seal at 1. Look, I'm going to be honest. Run decks, like, if you're going to take decks from Master Duel meta, that's fine. But look at adjustments. Like, the decks may have got them to Master 1. I would advise, if you want to run this, run it. See what you can do to improve, to make adjustments. Some, like, it depends on your luck. If your Andrew is great, you might be doing okay. But ideally, for me, I never really saw hand traps, so I had to run more hand traps to be able to benefit off of the special summons from the extra deck and things like that. And because Malice pops off, to be honest, if you're in Master Rank, you know how fucking common Malice is and how disgusting it is. But this is the deck build, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. I don't normally do deck build videos because I don't feel like I've achieved far enough in the rankings. But if you want more deck build videos, obviously from myself, then by all means I will start working on more. Thank you for supporting the channel. Take care of yourself. Consider becoming a member to duel against me in member duel streams. Take care. Peace.